Hello and welcome. How are you doing? Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. And I want to welcome you to part 4 of the series that we began 3 weeks ago. And this series was about jobs, different kinds of jobs that you want to do, that you can do while you're still preparing into going into the career of your choice. And I began this series by just explaining the kind of experiences that I've had, jobs that I've done. So it's something that I'm speaking from experience. And so I want to welcome you to part 4 of this series. Whether you're planning to travel, to come as a student or as a skilled worker, this is the right place. This is the right video for you. Or even if you've already come to Australia and you're wondering which kinds of jobs can I do while I prepare to do my career choice, you are in the right video. Please sit back, relax, enjoy. This is your #1 channel that brings you information, that brings you entertainment from down here in Melbourne, Australia. And not only entertainment, but to inspire you to do something. I'm your host, Barnabas. And yes, let's begin. Let's jump into it. So just a brief recap of what we talked about in series number 1, 2, and 3. When I landed in Australia, I began working as a trolley guy, which I did only for 1 month. Was a bit difficult job, but it came really through for me because I needed something to start. And after 1 month, I got a job as a disability support worker, a job that I really loved. Please go watch that video. And it was really good for me to do this job because it changed my life in so many things. And this is a job that I said I will never resign fully from. I will always do it either as a casual or as a volunteer. After doing that for 3 years, I found something else to do on the sides, and it turned out to be something that it was very good and very convenient with my schedule. So I did that for about 1 year. So that was a cleaning job that I will do early in the morning, and then if I have a shift during the day, we'll go out and work as a disability support worker. Now I did that for about 1 year, and then I found out it was not going well with me because I love my sleep. I love to sleep early in the morning, but it's a job that you do every day, and at some point I got tired and I left the job. So I resigned from that cleaning job and I started thinking of something else to do on the sides. And I am this kind of person who is flexible and a bit of a risk taker. I just flow. If I get an idea, I just implement it. So sometimes I burn my fingers, sometimes it works well. But yes, that's the kind of person I am. So I just look for an idea and then started something else. So this is what we are going to talk about today, what I did next after quitting the cleaning job. So one day we were just chatting with a friend that we worked with in this cleaning job. This friend is from Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is close to India. So we were just talking and we started talking about food and food business and all that. And I just thought, wow, why not? Why not? We can start something. I can actually start something. Now, straight away, thought about it, went home, started researching on how we can start food business. And guess what? Straight away, I didn't think twice. I started looking for ways of doing food business. And that's how Barney Smokehouse began. So after settling this in my mind, I started looking for funds and immediately I bought a food van. Now a food van is like a moving kitchen. It has fridge, it has a sink with water system, it has everything that you need. It has storage place and everything. It has a burner and a chimney and everything. The van is self-contained, and with food warmers and everything, we began Barney Smokehouse. Yeah, we did Kenyan food and Indian food in this van. Now we did all kinds of food, Kenyan food. We did samosas, which was the most popular food that people really liked. Samosas, chapatis, and all kinds of stew. We did bajia. We did lots of stuff and other Indian foods and snacks. So this is what happened when you want to start a business like that. You get what we call ABN, Australia Business Number, which is an equivalent of PIN back in Kenya, KRA PIN. And after you do that, then you apply. You of course buy whatever thing you want, like a van. And for example, if you're in food business, you buy a van, and then you apply to the council for a permit. So then they are very efficient. They would come, within a week, set a meeting with you, and they will come and inspect the van. They will inspect the van for whether the fridge is going to have the correct temperature, because food has to be preserved within certain temperature. So they will come and inspect that. They will come and inspect the cleanliness of your van, whether it has sanitizers, whether it has where to put soap and everything. They will check that. They will check just your safety. Do you have a fire extinguisher? What's your water system like? Do you have hot water? Everything. They will inspect that, and immediately they are satisfied, they will give you a permit on the spot. They will give you a permit right there, and after they leave, you can actually go out there and start doing your business. So they are very efficient. So that's what happened. Within 1 week, they had already set a meeting with me, and they came, inspect my van. It was a brand new van. Inspected my van, and on the spot, they gave me my permit, and Barney Smokehouse began operation that day. Yeah, so we could do weekend markets. So weekend markets, this is how it happens. You see, like, for example, Kenya, we have like Masai markets. It's an open market where people sell their merchandise and they sell. So you can go there and set your van there, and there are lots of things going on. It's like a show. It's like everyone has got their things. The people selling food, fruits, all kinds of things, and you just set yourself. The council will set you up very well, give you your spot, and you just go and pitch there, and they set you up. They connect you to power, and then you just start operating. And so you can do it either on a Friday night, Saturdays, and Sundays. Was really fun. My favorite was the Friday. There's an event that used to happen in Townsville every once a month at the Strand. Strand is just a public beach, and it was so good. It was so good. It used to happen once a month, and on a Friday. And you could go there, and it starts at 2 o'clock in the evening up to midnight. It was a long hours, and it used to have lots of people, and it was fun. So we used to go there at 2 o'clock, set ourselves up, start selling up to midnight. When you go home, man, you're tired. You are very, very tired. But it used to have very, very good sales. So I would work with this friend of mine, sometimes the Sri Lankan friend of mine, and sometimes I would employ students, mostly Kenya, because they understand our kinds of food. So I would employ students who could help me out. I did the cooking. I did mostly the cooking, and they could help me out, serve food and take our collections. You might be asking yourself, how did you know how to cook? How well can you cook? Well, if you have tasted my food at Barney's Smokehouse, or you bought some food, please comment. Let everyone know how good it is. I can't blow my own trumpet, but maybe someone can comment and tell us how they are. Now, where I learned how to cook My mother used to do all kinds of businesses, clothing, selling just groceries and all that stuff. But she also did lots of hotel and restaurants, small ones though, small scale, wherever, either in the small towns in the village or in big, places where we moved. So that's where we used to help her out in those restaurants, either to cook or to serve food or to take collections. This is where I trained how to cook. So all my siblings can cook, well, because of this kind of training. So as I said before, no small experience is a waste. All the experience that you go through in life, it will come handy one day. So nothing goes to waste. So remember, at this point, I'm still working as a disability support worker. So I would do the disability support work job during the week, and then over the weekend for a few hours. People giving me orders, I just delivered to them as well. I also did small parties, birthday parties, graduation parties. I also just supplied to people, friends who would say, hey, I am having a small family gathering. Can I have a few of this? Can I have something? Can I have some food? So I did that, and it was really, really, very busy. It was good. It was well paying, but it needed a lot of commitment. It needed a lot of commitment, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed that challenge. And at some point, I even started supplying to small shops, small shops, small places like petrol stations. And yes, it really started picking up. After 2 years, and it was time to leave Queensland, we sold the business. Now, as usual, let's talk about some of the benefits, some of the advantages, what I enjoyed in this kind of job. Number one, I had control. I had control. I could do it when I want. I could, do this weekend, that weekend. If I'm committed and busy, I just close business. I just don't turn up. So I had some control. I had, I'm doing my thing. Number two, it was easy to do besides employment. I could do it, on Saturday morning, just a few hours, and that's it. I could do it at night when working to supply, to deliver some, orders. Number three, it was fun. It was really fun talking to people at the market. You talk, you explain this kind of food, you explain the origin, your culture, coming from Kenya, and people asking you questions. It was really, really fun. Number four, I was also able to give employment to a few people. Remember my Sri Lankan friend, and also a few Kenyans, especially students. Give them job for a few hours, like 5, 6 hours or 7, sometimes. And it was good. It was good to have them. Lastly, it was good serving people our food, our Kenyan food. Foods like samosas, chapati, our kind of stew, bajia, and just being there to explain to people, this is our food, this is how we prepare it. Share our culture, Kenyan culture, with other people through food. That was very important also. Yeah, now to the disadvantages, the things that I really didn't like about this job. Number one, just like any other business, in some days you make good sales, others you don't. So sometimes you'd go out in the market, you're prepared, you're ready, and then turnout is not very good. So your sales are not very good, and you would go home tired without good sales. So you run at a loss. And that time you've already brought somebody, you've employed somebody to work with you. You've got to pay them because you're paying them per hour. So you just pay them from your, your savings or your previous sales, and you run at a loss. But having said that, you could not make sales in the market, but then during the week get orders and make good sales, and it makes up for that. Number two, this kind of business is very labor intensive. You go out there, you work, you talk, you sweat in the kitchen Like I said, I like to do this cooking because I understand my food. So I used to be the one cooking food, and others who serve and talk to the customers and collect our sales as well. It was difficult. When you go home, you are tired. You are tired, and you'll be tired the following day too. So it was very labor intensive. Lastly, it was sometimes hard working with some employees. You know, some people who were coming and they're not prepared to work. They're not prepared to talk well with customers. And that, I believe, any business person who have employees, me, I had one at each time, so it wasn't that bad. But sometimes you'd be disappointed. You think this guy is coming to help you out, and they just come there and they're tired and they don't talk well with customers, they don't engage, and you'll be disappointed. To conclude, starting any kind of business down here in Melbourne is possible, and you will be supported. You will be supported in getting your paperwork done, and even after that, when while running your business, you will be supported by getting the kind of information, the kind of support you need. So that's what I liked about it. While doing this kind of business, I know so many people who have started businesses and running businesses here in Australia, and they're doing really, really well. Talk about food business like mine, talk about disability support work businesses, cleaning businesses, delivery businesses, transport businesses, and they are doing very well. They are doing very well. It just takes consistency. It just takes, doing it longer, not like me, doing it persistently and longer, and then you succeed. So it's possible to come here as a migrant and start your business and do it well. Well, you could be asking, will you go back to Bunny Smokehouse food business? I really don't know at this point, but Bunny Smokehouse business is still registered. So when or if I will go, only time will tell. But if I was to go back to do this kind of business, one thing must change for me, and I think I'm still working on that. Being able to train somebody to delegate to them 100%. Like if I will be able to train someone to send them out with the van to do everything 100%, that would be the best thing. So I don't have to be there. I just provide the resources and send them out to work. Are you a business-minded person? If you were to start a business here in Australia, which kind of business would that be? What else would you want to know about business or doing business down here in Australia? What kind of business are you doing at the moment, wherever you are? And what's so different from what I've talked about? What is so different, or what are similar to the things that you also experience in your business? Please comment with the answers of any of those questions in the comment section below, and let's talk together. Ask me any question if you would like to, and I'm trying to answer questions as fast as possible. So just put the answers to any of those questions here, or any question that you want, please post it in the comment. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please take this 1 minute, click that subscribe button and the bell as well, so that you get notified when I post a new video. Now, please share, comment, like my videos, and let's engage together. Let's build a big family, and that you may encourage me to bring more videos, more information from down here in Melbourne, Australia. May God bless you. Have a lovely week ahead of you. Till next time, this is Barnabas, the son of encouragement. Bye-bye.